As I reluctantly opened my eyes once more, the grip of sickness awakened within me. The relentless cycle demanded fentanyl every 4.5 hours, and I could already feel the cold sweat forming on my body. Fentanyl had become an unwelcome master, dictating when and how I needed to get high. The allure of the high had long faded, leaving me exhausted and weary. It had transformed from a source of pleasure to a malevolent curse, an evil powder that dominated every aspect of my existence. In my bleary state, I noticed Romero behind the wheel, Romero casually smoking a cigarette as if nothing were amiss. They both knew I would eventually ask for a stop. Romero replied nonchalantly, "Sure, I need a hit too." We were nearing the next rest stop, but darkness had already descended upon us. The night had fallen, and I couldn't believe that Kensington Avenue was no longer our destination. As we pulled over and stepped out to walk towards the restroom, I paused to gaze at the moon. It appeared unusually magnificent, radiating its brilliance upon me. It was the first time I had truly noticed the moon's beauty. Romero placed a reassuring hand on my shoulder, assuring me that we would be okay. He encouraged us to get our fix and keep going. Glancing back at the car, I noticed Mr. Roman sleeping peacefully, unaware of our temporary detour. If he were to awaken, he would undoubtedly discern our actions, so we proceeded cautiously. Romero and I retreated to the back of the public restroom, eagerly unpacking our bags of fentanyl, desperate to escape our realities. The intoxicating high consumed us, and amidst the haze, we found ourselves engaged in conversations about brighter days, blissfully unaware of the passing time. 30 minutes slipped away unnoticed, until Romero declared, "Let's go." A sense of unease washed over me, as I considered Mr. Roman's potential reaction. Romero reassured me, "Mr. Roman is sleeping like a baby, he won't wake up." Though doubtful, I trusted Romero's assessment of Mr. Roman's sleep habits. And true to his word, Roman remained undisturbed in his slumber. With a mixture of relief and trepidation, we re-entered the car and continued our journey. As the miles passed, curiosity gnawed at me, and I mustered the courage to ask Romero about his 7 years in Kensington. He sighed, then began his tale. "I had it all. I was clean and working with some of the top artists in the music industry. But fentanyl stole everything from me. I couldn't keep up with the rent, and soon, I lost my family, my children. I couldn't bear to return, crippled by shame and guilt." Listening intently to his narrative, my mind drifted to a recent incident involving a young soul who had met an untimely end in Kensington. Though I didn't know his name, I vividly remembered waking up to the chilling winter morning. Faint voices of the homeless echoed in the distance, uttering words that pierced through the haze of my sickness. "He's dead." I strained my senses to catch a glimpse of the commotion, but my desperation for fentanyl consumed me. I had developed a habit of sleeping with a bag of fentanyl, ensuring I wouldn't have to scrounge for $5 upon waking. Mornings proved arduous for obtaining money, as no one wanted to part with such a sum. So, securing my bags before succumbing to sleep became a necessity. When I finally found the courage to satisfy my cravings, I ventured closer to the yellow tape, where police and ambulances had gathered. The young kid, only 19 years old, had been an addict for a mere year, and now he was gone. I overheard murmurs of his loving family, desperately searching for him during his year-long descent into the abyss of Kensington Avenue. Fentanyl had claimed yet another victim,